Welcome back to Escape from 100 million BC. We have our botanist, whose name is Johann Wilder, and we have our reporter, Jake Stern, trying to get back to the future and have the paradox track not go all the way to the volcano, which will lose us the game. Alright, so let's begin with our botanist, who's right here. He's our first player. I think what he's going to do, he's going to use his machete. So we'll take a look at that card. And it says, you may spend one will token to move through a partial or closed trail. Well, he's going to spend one of his 5 will tokens, because he has 5 of them, to go through this partially closed trail right here, moving him into rift number 6. And when he does that, what happens is Daniel Boone, who was with him originated from Rift 6, goes back to his own time, and all is well. So the time rift at number 6 is going to close and disappear from the board. Now these time rift spaces never get tokens or hexes put on them. They're just considered sort of open space. Alright, and it doesn't cost him the end of his action to have Daniel Boone go back through the time portal, so I think he's going to try to continue making his way, trying to get over to Nietzsche, if I'm saying his name correctly. So let me just readjust the camera again. He's taken 1 move. He has 4 because he has Amelia Earhart with him. So we're going to come right back, and he's going to continue moving and making his way, I guess, through the jungle and then up into the water to try to get to Nietzsche. Alright, so we're going to have our botanist continue moving. He's going to move into the jungle space. So we're going to see what we have for a tile for the jungle space, and we have a blank tile, so there's not too much there, which is good. So that was 2 moves. He has 2 more moves left. He's going to head out into the water space. These can be quite perilous, and we'll see what happens. Alright, well, he's going to have an adventure, and there's an equipment pack there. So he will have to stop his movement there, and he will have an adventure. But we'll put an equipment cube on there, and now it's time for an adventure card. So we're going to see which adventure he's going to have. And it has the water space icon, so this is a good one. It's a temporal correction. The air crackles around you as the hair on your arm stands on abruptly. There is a static discharge, and you almost feel the space-time continuum relax around you just a little. Wow, if there are any open time rifts, roll a die. If the result matches an open rift, that rift immediately pulls its castaway through and closes by itself. This does not remove any paradox, however. Whoa, that's a very good event. So I'm going to roll 1 die, and if we can somehow manage to roll a 5 on that die, the time rift 5 will close, and Nietzsche will go back to where he came from. All right, let's see if we can get a 5. If it will go into the dice tower. Oh, that is so fakey. We get a 5. So this rift is going to close, taking Nietzsche back to the place where he should be. Wow, that was so absolutely lucky. But well, this is a dice game, so you can get lucky or unlucky. But this time we got extremely lucky with that. Wow, that die roll. All right, we're not finished yet. I'm just putting the cards back because we need to pick up that equipment pack as well. So we're going to do that for our botanist. He's going to get another equipment card. This time he picks up an ammo case. So you can discard this to reload all ammo on the equipment card with the ammo trait in your possession. So this is cool because he has now a pistol and an elephant gun, so if they ever run out of ammunition, he's going to be able to discard that to completely fill them up. Wow, what a stellar turn. For our botanist, up next is going to be our reporter. All right, well, we've only found 1 piece of the time machine parts. We need to find 5 more, so we're going to have our reporter continue to move. He has a movement of 4, so he's going to move 1 space here because he's blocked off by these 2. And he'll go a 2nd move into the plains again. We'll see what he gets. And this time, there's really not much there. Now, he can rotate this if he wants, and I think he's going to rotate it once counterclockwise so that he can go into either swamp. So I think he's going to head up. Yeah, he's going to head up into the swamp location. This will be his second movement. And oh, this time, this is not good. It's like a cul-de-sac. He's going to get an aquatic creature, but there's a time machine part there. So that at least is excellent. So we're going to put a time machine part on the space, but he is going to have an aquatic dinosaur showing up. Ooh, this could be nasty, but he does have the grenade from last episode. So he gets an Archelon, if I'm saying it correctly, which I probably am not. Alright, well, it says he's slow to anger. The Archelon's powerful jaws are extremely dangerous. And it has a pass of 3+. So if we can roll a 3+ on a die, it will basically ignore our reporter. So let's hope we can get a 3. And we get a 2. We get a 2. So we could spend a will token to re-roll. Or can we? I don't know if we can re-roll that. Well, I just think it says spend or roll a die, so he fails. So it chomps him. Well, no, it doesn't chomp him. He just fails his passive ability, which means he has 3 options. He can fight it, he can flee from it, or he can try and repel it. And I think he's going to try to repel it. Is he going to try to repel it, or is he just going to try to kill it? I think he's going to try to repel it. And how he's going to repel it, he's going to use his pistol, which has 3 ammunition left on it. So he's going to spend an ammunition off of his pistol. And I can just show you that. He has a fight value of 4. The pistol is going to give him a +1 to brawn. So he's going to be rolling 5 dice and has the repel. Alright, well, let's see what he can do. So it's going to be 5 dice for the brawn of the Archelon and 5 dice for a reporter. So it's going to be a 5-on-5 dice roll, and we're going to see who comes out ahead. All right, 5 dice for the brawn for the Archelon, and it rolls 2 successes plus a 3rd success and gets to re-roll a die. And so it gets 3 successes. And now we're going to have our reporter rolling 5 dice, and he needs to get 3 successes. Come on. And he gets 1 success, and he gets to re-roll 1 die. Come on, make it be a 6. It's a 4. He can spend a willpower to roll another die if he wants to. And I think he will. He's going to spend 1 willpower to roll another die because we really want to succeed. And he rolls a 4. So he gets 3 successes. So he ties the Archelon's raw ability. And that means a tie is a win for us. So we managed to repel the Archelon, which means it's going to be driven off, doing us no damage. It will not be discarded from the game, but it may show up at a later date. And that's going to end our reporter's movement because he's had an encounter. And now, yes, he can pick up the time machine part. Very important. So now he has that. All right. Good stuff. Well, we're going to go right into the paradox turn. So we're going to do that right now. All right. So for the paradox turn, we're going to be rolling 2 dice, a red and a white. And what do we get? We get a 6 and a 2. As we know, we don't have any open rifts now because we got so lucky with the botanist, which means we have no dinosaurs or time castaways in the activity track. So the 2 means no movement. And our temporal instability right now is still at 5, and we have 8. So it means we've had a really good turn, basically. Wow. So let's continue on into another turn. We're going to go starting again back with our botanist. We're still looking for some more time machine parts. Our reporter has 1. We need our botanist to try to find one. So I'm going to readjust the camera a bit. We're going to come back. Our botanist is going to head out again. All right, so our botanist has a movement of 4. And I think he's going to start making his way back through the plains again. So he's going to go 1 space into the aquatic area, and we'll see what he gets. And he gets, wow, a time machine part and an aquatic dinosaur. So that's good. So we're finding the time machine parts. All right. But we're going to see what happens because he has an aquatic dinosaur encounter. And he gets a pterodon, aquatic creature reptile. And it's a pack 2. So I guess we're just going to have to do the pack 2 ability. He has no innate runaway or anything. So we're just going to draw 2 cards from here. And we're going to see if they are pteranodons. No, we get 2 dinosaurs that are not the same as this one. So these ones get discarded. They don't get added on top. So once again, now we have our 3 options. We can try to repel it. We can try to kill it. Or we can try to run away from it. It's got a 9 for movement. We're not probably going to be able to run away from it. We're going to repel it once again. This time, he's going to use his elephant gun. And it has 1 ammo left. And it has the repel ability. Oh, and I also forget, when our reporter used the repel ability, he was supposed to spend 1 of his willpowers. So he only has 1 left. So our botanist has 4 willpower. He's going to spend 1 to use the repel ability, and he's going to spend the ammo to use it. So this is going to give him +3 brawn and repel. Now it's out of ammunition, but he can use his ammo case to reload it. All right, so that's going to give him, he has 2 brawn and +3, so 5 brawn for him and 4 for the pteranodon. All right, so I'm just going to zoom out a little bit here. We're going to roll up the dice and see if he can drive the pteranodon off. All right, so it's going to be 5 dice for, 4 dice brawn for the pteranodon. I'm saying it horribly. Doesn't matter. It has 3 successes. Okay, but no exploding dice. And now we get to roll 5 dice for botanist. Come on, botanist, do your stuff. Oh, man. He gets 1 success. And he doesn't have enough willpower to just keep rolling extra dice. So you know what? He's going to take a damage. So that's his first damage. So he takes 1 damage from the pteranodon or pteranodon, or however I'm saying it horribly, I apologize. All right, that was the first round. Now, again, he's got the 3 options. He can flee, he can try to kill it, and he can try to drive it off again. I got to reread the ammo case. Can he use or discard this and restore the ammo tokens to an equipment card with the ammo trait in your possession? So yes, we can just discard the ammo case, which he's going to do, and that's going to put 2 more ammunition on the elephant gun. So he's going to use it again to repel. So we're going to have 5 dice for a botanist, and we're going to have 4 dice for pteranodon, the flying reptile dinosaur. All right, so we're going to do this again. So 4 dice for the dinosaur, and oh wow, it's rolling well. This is not good. It has 3 successes, 1 exploding die, which means just to roll it again. So once more, 3 successes, but we have 5 dice for the botanist. Come on, the botanist has to get a good roll this time. Come on. Okay, this is much better. So he's got 2 successes, 1 exploding die. He just needs 1 more success. Come on. And he gets a 4, which is excellent. So he did drive off the flying reptile dinosaur. So that's most excellent. All right, took him a little while, but he did it. So this guy is repelled, goes away, and now our botanist can pick up the time machine part. That is excellent. All right, back to our reporter and see what he's going to do. It's pretty clear what the reporter is going to do. He's going to try and get back to the volcano, which is where a time machine is. So he has a movement of 4. He's going to go 1, 2. How did he get here? 1, with this being blocked off. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he's just going to leave it there. So he's had no encounters or anything. He's going to try to get back there for the next turn. instead of having any more encounters this turn, because he only has 1 willpower left, doesn't really want to risk it. And so I'm going to zoom out, and then very quickly we're going to have the Paradox turn. Alright, so rolling for the Paradox, a red and a white. And we get a pair of 6s. Once again, we're totally lucking out with this. There's no rifts open on the board. We're so lucky in this playthrough. No rifts are open, and there are no dinosaurs or time castaways on the board to move, so the 6 red won't do anything. And our temporal instability number is 5, and we have 12, so there's no new rifts going to open. Wow, so we're going to take one final look at the end of the episode at our time machine tracker. We're going to take a look at our botanist, our reporter, and then we're going to wrap it up. All right, so taking a look at our time machine and our difficulty level of 6, which is the lowest one. And we have time machine parts. We have 1. We need 5 more to be able to activate the time machine. But let's keep in mind, we've got to get through that equipment deck as well. We don't want to leave too much equipment behind, because it can really ramp up the Paradox track at the end of the game. All right, let's take a quick look at the botanist, the reporter, and we'll call it an episode. All right, so taking a look at our botanist, I put a little 4 here to remind myself that he has Amelia Earhart with him, giving him a +1 movement all the time. He has 1 time machine part. Of course, he's first player. He still has 3 will tokens, but now he has 1 damage on himself. Of course, he only has a health of 3. I should put the damage marker here so I can keep track of it. So he's going to have to get back to camp and end up getting that time machine part back in and healing. So he has the machete. The elephant gun now has 1 ammo left on it. He has the survival guide, so I put a little willpower token down here, because on will checks he gets +1. And he has a pistol with full ammo as well. So that's where we stand with our botanist. Let's take a look at the reporter. All right, so here's our reporter. He's got the time machine part. He has 1 will left, so we really want to get him back to camp. He's got his running shoes, giving him +1 to speed check. He has a pistol with just 2 ammunition left on it, but he has a grenade, gives him +5 to a single combat check. Very good if he runs into an Allosaurus or a Tyrannosaurus Rex, be able to pump up his fight ability a lot. All right, we're just going to go back to the main board, and we're going to wrap up our episode for today. All right, well, I've got to say we got really lucky in this episode. We didn't have any difficulties at all, so much. We have no rifts open on the board. We now have a total in our possession of 3 of the 6 time machine parts we need. Of course, we have to get them back to where our crash time machine is, give them to the professor so he can install them. And yes, we're playing on the wimpiest level, so there you have that as well. So this is Escape from 100 Million BC. So thanks for watching along. Thanks for your subscriptions, your comments, your likes. Very much appreciated. Join me next time for the continuation of the botanist and the reporter as they try to find the time machine parts and get back to the future. And I guess as another update, let's see how many equipment cards we have left in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. We have 14 equipment cards left in the deck. That could spell major disaster if we leave without finding a lot more equipment. So we're going to have to do a lot of exploring to find equipment so we don't leave it behind. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.